Scusa, ma te ne devi andare.
Basta, basta!
A young man floats in a private club pool. A grieving family stands over the water, but one of them arranged every single second of this. And the coldest secret of all is who paid for it. The movie begins on a bright morning in Mexico City. Lucero, a sharp liar, gets her family ready. Her husband, Fernando, fixes his shirt in the mirror. Their teenagers, Viviana and Julian, tease their parents. Tonight, this couple celebrates a very big milestone. It is their 20th wedding anniversary. Fernando stands and toasts their love before every guest. He says true love means choosing each other again and again. The room bursts into warm applause, but Lucero's smile hides something much heavier underneath. One guest at the party looks completely wrecked. He is Miguel, the city district attorney and Lucero's old friend. His wife, Milna, has thrown him out of their home. Therefore, he begs Lucero to take his divorce case. She quietly promises her old friend she will help him. Later that night, Fernando and Lucero play a strange private game. She flirts openly with a friend named Alma, while Fernando watches. Lucero whispers that the pretending is getting harder for her. Fernando tells his wife she is a natural at it. Something about this couple is clearly not normal. Fernando keeps pushing the fantasy further. He asks if they should invite Alma home with them. He wants to see his wife wanted by another. Now watch how Lucero answers him.
Io voglio stare con te. Solo tu
Credi
e
che non
io.
lo sappia? Madame.
Altrimenti quando?
Lucero says she only wants her husband, no one else. She asks how long it has been since they were truly close. Fernando dodges the question and calls it a long day. Therefore, the cold distance between them keeps growing. The next morning, ordinary family life rolls on. Julian asks his mother to refill his eye drops. Viviana reminds her about the big-time trials. But under the routine, the marriage feels quiet and hollow. Lucero looks like a woman waiting for something to change. At the family swim club, a new coach steps up to speak. His name is Meishes, a young Spanish champion swimmer. He promises the parents he will turn their girls into winners. Viviana is instantly dazzled by the confident stranger. She hangs on his every word, but her mother is quietly watching him too. It turns out Fernando is the one who hired Meishes. Lucero shakes his hand and feels a spark she cannot name. Viviana quietly begs for extra time with the coach. Therefore, Lucero starts finding reasons to visit the pool. One rainy night, Lucero returns to the empty, silent club. She finds Meishes swimming alone in the dark water. She watches him longer than she should. Therefore, she offers the young coach a ride home before the storm. Inside the car, the two of them talk and laugh easily. Meishes explains an injury quietly ended his swimming career. Lucero admits she once lived on these very streets. She tells him she keeps many secrets. Now watch how fast the air between them changes.
Io ho molti segreti. Bene.
Allora, grazie mille.
At his door, Meishes asks when he will see her again. She teases that it will be at the competition. Then she drives off grinning like a nervous teenager. A dangerous line has already been crossed. Soon Lucero is meeting Meishes in secret. She tells herself it is only harmless, innocent fun. She insists she does not need a boyfriend since she is married. But the affair quickly grows into something real, and it is unfolding right behind Fernando's back. The danger, though, is doubling fast. Viviana adores the exact same coach. The teenager keeps begging for private lessons with Meishes. Neither mother nor daughter knows about the other. Therefore, a collision becomes only a matter of time. At a tense dinner, Miguel corners Lucero. He hints that he is quietly digging into her private life. He can tell that something about his friend has changed. But Fernando walks back in before Miguel can finish the thought. That same evening, Viviana finds Meishes alone. The nervous girl leans in and tries to kiss him. He gently but firmly pushes his student away. Therefore, Viviana leaves the room burning with embarrassment. Alone with Lucero, Meishes confesses a painful secret. The injury was not the real reason he stopped competing. Pills prescribed to heal him slowly took over his life. He lost everything he had built, yet he says she is the only good thing left. Weeks pass, and then Lucero suddenly panics. She tells Meishes that all of this has to end now. It was only ever supposed to be light and easy. But Meishes flatly refuses to let her go. He says he goes crazy when he cannot see her. The next day, Meishes shows up at her law office, desperate. Lucero sharply orders him to stay away from her family. She warns him never to come to her work again. Therefore, the cornered young man finally plays his last card.
Oh, grazie. Chiudi la porta, per favore.
Sì. Scusa, mi dispiace.
Che cosa ci fai? Non puoi venire così.
È che non mi rispondevi.
Non puoi stare qui.
He shoves his phone straight into her hands. He swears her own husband has known everything from the start. He begs her to just look at the screen.
Guarda, hai i soldi per finanziare le sue fantasie di merda.
Hai fatto un video?
No, lui
Glielo farai vedere?
ha sempre saputo di noi, sapeva ogni cosa fin dall'inizio, cazzo.
The truth hits Lucero like a wave of ice. Fernando secretly paid Meisha's to seduce his own wife. He wanted the whole affair recorded so he could watch it. The stranger in her bed was hired by her husband, and Meisha's broke the deal only because he fell in love for real. Lucero storms home and confronts Fernando. He does not even bother to deny it. He claims she once said she wanted this at the party. He tells her he thought he was giving her what she craved. Therefore, the entire marriage cracks wide open. Lucero finally whispers the real reason she strayed at all. She was not chasing some wild fantasy. She just wanted to feel desired again after 20 long years. She wanted her husband to make her feel alive. Instead, he turned her hunger into a game he could control. But Meisha's will not simply vanish. The doorbell rings that very afternoon. He is standing there holding a bunch of flowers, right beside Viviana. He calmly asks Fernando for permission to date the girl. It is a chilling, calculated move. Meisha's raises a toast to becoming part of the family. He still holds the recordings, and now he wants leverage. When Lucero warns her daughter off him, Viviana explodes. The furious teenager storms out with Meisha's into the night. Lucero tells Julian to stay back and stay safe. She races after her daughter into the dark street, but by the time she reaches the curb, Meisha's and Viviana are already gone. A cold fear settles over the whole family. One day later, the family sits frozen with dread. No one has slept and no one can eat. Then Miguel arrives at their door. He is carrying terrible news.
Mangiare qualcosa. Non ho fame.
A body has been discovered at the Lomas Club. Because the family owns the club, they are directly responsible. Miguel asks if the cameras caught anything at all, and every security camera was mysteriously switched off. The whole family knows Viviana was the last person seen with Meisha's. Miguel offers to quietly take the girl in before police arrive. He swears he will do everything he can to protect her. Therefore, Fernando and the children lean on the powerful friend. Miguel pulls Viviana aside to hear exactly what happened. She says Meisha's drove her to the club to train, but at the pool he turned strange, distant, and dazed. She says he did not seem like himself at all. She could tell something was very wrong with him. Then Viviana snatched his phone and read his text to her mother. She finally saw the words that broke her whole world apart. She demanded to know the truth from him. Now watch what this desperate struggle becomes.
Guarda tanto sangue sulla testa. Ho sbattuto la testa.
In the fight for the phone, Meisha slipped and struck his head hard. He was bleeding badly and begging for a doctor. He pleaded with the girl to call for help, but Viviana had just realized the coach was with her own mother. Sickened and betrayed, she left him alone on the wet floor. Therefore, Fernando was the next to arrive and find him wounded. Fernando ordered the young man to get out for good, but Meisha's only taunted him cruelly about Lucero. He swore he would always be there, no matter what. Enraged, Fernando struck back and left him broken beside the pool. Back in the present, Miguel keeps Viviana close by his side. He gently hints he can make this entire nightmare disappear. In return, he wants Lucero to hand Melna the divorce. The favor has a very steep price. Meanwhile, a cruel rumor spreads through the club families. Someone claims they saw Lucero together with the coach. Therefore, the family scrambles to bury the story before it can grow. Lucero meets Melna face to face and pleads with her. She confesses she only wanted to feel alive again. She admits it was selfish, but says you only live once. She begs Melna to spare the innocent children. That night, Lucero drives her 2 children to the club. She tells them to wait in the car and trust her. Viviana warns that Meisha's is badly hurt inside. Then Lucero walks into the dark, silent building completely alone.
Casa. Che ci facciamo qui?
Bene, te lo prometto.
Meisha's is somehow still alive, wounded and waiting for her. He says he always knew that she would come. He begs her to forget everything and run away together. He talks about the night she first drove him home. Then his pleading turns into a threat against her family. He warns he can never simply move on. Lucero stares at the man who wrecked everything she loved. Therefore, she makes one cold, final, unforgivable choice. When she walks back out, Meisha's will never threaten them again. The next morning, the shocking news breaks across the city. A young Spanish man was found dead at the Lomas Club. Reporters gather outside the family's own property. Cameras flash as the town demands answers. Every eye turns straight to the owners, but the district attorney himself steps up to explain it away. He insists there are no signs of any violence. He says the troubled young coach simply took his own life. The family is publicly cleared, and Miguel makes the whole case quietly disappear. In the end, Fernando and Lucero fall back into each other's arms. Their broken marriage is reborn on one buried secret. Desire pulled a dangerous stranger straight into their home. 2 people got away with something terrible, and in the end, that shared secret becomes the very thing that binds them together forever.